What does Robert Saleh do? He's going to send 2 blitzers, put 1 guy on a spy, and drop everyone else back. This is going to confuse Caleb Williams just enough. One thing I want you guys to note is the first step by these players. Look at where they go. The first step by all of them, even though we're only sending 2, is such a committed first step that the offensive line themselves believe, hey, all these guys are coming. And they have a pass protection assigned to them that says, hey, I'm assigned, I got to block this guy right here. The catch, though, is that Caleb Williams himself said they were a little bit confused at the line what they were running. So when you disguise a blitz this well, where your guys' first steps are this deep, I mean, look at the line of scrimmage and look where they're stepping at. The offensive line believes it. Caleb Williams is sensing that this pressure is coming, so he's thinking, I got to get rid of this ball quick. Malik Mustafa is on the back end chasing DeAndre Swift out there in this man coverage. So the catch right here is going to be Bryce Huff. He's going to pull off a vet move. His first step when he gets to the inside, he realizes that DeAndre Swift is swinging out here. And he knows Malik Mustafa has to chase him. This is going to be an exposed area if Caleb Williams throws this ball there. So the move he makes to play in this throwing window by getting his hands up, making Caleb Williams hesitate just enough is going to be the key right here to throw this play off. Right there. That's just enough right there, I think. Where now, look at this play. You got all these guys dropped into coverage in the middle of the field, helping out on all these slants, all these in-breaking routes, and you also got this guy, D. Winters, man, a dog in the middle, playing spy. So if Caleb Williams wants to try to run up the middle, escape through this play, he's got nowhere to go because he'll be right there to play on him. Great job just staying with it right here by Bryce Huff. Almost got him right here. And this is where the defensive backs win their money, man. No one getting a penalty. Everyone just sticking with their guy. Great job by Sam right here to come down and put pressure on him, making a tough throw. Here's how Kyle Shanahan defeated the Bears Tampa 2 coverage. So you got a 2 high safety shell with 2 corners that are pressed down. This looks like cover 2 right off the bat. But one of the biggest staples in the Kyle Shanahan offense is using motions. And these motions are going to be able to tell the quarterback what coverage is happening and really confirm it for him. So let's take a look right off the bat. Even though we have a trips left set, we're going to see Jake Tonges motion down the field. And I want you to see none of these linebackers are going to follow him. Nobody, not one person. So that's the first sign. He's not done there. We got one more motion that's going to happen. Kyle Juszczyk is going to motion down here, and notice that the linebacker, the corner, the edge player, not one person is going to motion out there with him. This is going to confirm to Brock Purdy again that, hey, we're looking at zone coverage. Now let's talk about the weaknesses in the cover 2 and how to attack it. One is going to be the sideline right here. We call this the deep third. Safety right here is going to have to push out to the sideline if one of these guys goes vertical. Same thing on this side. This safety right here is worried about the other deep third. If any of these guys go vertical, he's going to have to chase them all the way out to the sideline. The biggest weak spot in this Tampa 2 coverage is going to be this deep middle. So that's why these linebackers are going to have to do a good job of sinking a little bit. Pre-snap motions already give Brock Purdy an idea of where he's going to go with this ball. You're going to see Pearsall run up the sideline to make this safety respect that sideline. And what that's going to do is give us enough room in this middle for Jauan Jennings to be able to make a play. Bears are in a Tampa 2, so they know that this is the soft spot. This middle linebacker is going to need to sink back so he can help these safeties when they have to push to the sideline. What did the 49ers and Brock Purdy do all day? They kept throwing these intermediate short routes to these tight ends in the middle. So fast forward, end of the game, we see this tight end is going to run a route that's going to occupy this Tampa 2 middle linebacker to pull him down just enough so that way Jauan Jennings can get behind him, use this space with this safety going to the sideline, catch the ball, and ultimately have enough room to run and score a touchdown. Pearsall is working his way up here to the sideline. This safety is seeing that. This tight end is working to the middle. You know it's a Tampa 2 because this linebacker's first steps are going backwards, but he's looking at this tight end. Now we see the routes that are committing. This tight end did a great job of running right to the linebacker with some urgency, pulling him in where now he's going forward. And now we see that Jauan Jennings is able to slip right here into the soft zone of the cover 2. This is where Brock Purdy's excellence is on full display. The fact that he's already getting rid of the ball before this route is even opening up makes it almost impossible for the defense to cover.
Purdy with a clean pocket. It's complete. It's Jauan Jennings to the pylon.
Here's how Ben Johnson defeated the 49ers poach defense. So poach coverage usually involves a safety taking away the third option in a backside trip set right here. Based on what this receiver runs, this safety will come down to occupy and take him away. Mainly and especially if he's running a vertical route, that he'll end up picking him up. What this is going to do, it's going to allow the other safety to bump down and be able to play here, and everyone else stay in the zone shell coverage. So let's take a look, courtesy of Rich J Media, how this was ran in the Super Bowl. Everyone going up the field. You see this safety? His eyes are directly on the number 3. He's reading him right off the bat, saying, where's this guy going to go? As he goes up the field, we notice that the backside guys right here are able to take these ones away, and then he's able to pick him up. Patrick Mahomes has nowhere really to go with the ball except to his check down, and that's how the 49ers end up getting a sack. In this poach coverage set, it's going to be this safety right here reading the number 3. Where does this guy go up the field? And what's ironic in this situation is this is going to be the guy that scores. So how does Ben Johnson confuse this poach coverage to attack it? He's going to attack it in 3 different levels. He's going to put someone right here, someone across the field, and someone going up the field. The catch here is going to be this motion down the field. It's going to confuse our safety on who is the number 3 that he's supposed to be reading, and Jair Brown is assuming that he's going to be poaching the number 3 that's going up the field. The motion comes down, and as we see, the safety begins his poach. We just saw in the last example how they begin their eyes down on the number 3, but I think the confusion here, and we could be wrong because we're not in the room with them, is who is the real number 3? Was it Burden originally lining up, or was it 84 when he motions down? Because when he motions down, our safety starts to treat him as the poach guy that he's going to go and take out of the play. But instead, he might be needing to take out Luther Burden, who's going up the field, because Jair Brown looks like he's assuming that he has that inside help. As you see the play go, he comes down on him, and there's already someone there to cover him, but Jair Brown is now out here on an island covering 2 players, running a route down here more kind of flat, while this one's going more up the field. And the benefit of that is for the Bears offense, you've created 3 levels that they have to cover. So even if he poaches the right guy and goes up with Luther Burden, you have DJ Moore going across the field. In this case, it looks like our safety is going to poach the wrong receiver, and they're going to have just enough steps down the field, and a beautiful ball thrown by Caleb Williams